everyone, it's Heidi Fang here, along with Vinny Bonsignore, our Raiders beat writer, and Adam Hill, our NFL writer. We are going to break down the Raiders' 8-8 season and what we are looking ahead to here as the offseason is now upon us. First, Vinny is back with us from Denver to talk about the Raiders' 32-31 win. Vinny, in some way, do you feel like this win kind of just encapsulated everything that we'd seen from the Raiders this season?
A little bit. I think it's important to play through the finish line. I think that's what professionals do. That's what good teams do. I know it didn't turn out the way the Raiders wanted this year in terms of the record, but there's still something to be said about not quitting and playing hard. And certainly the Raiders did just that. But today is really, I know that it represents kind of the ending of the season, but it's really the starting point for a very critical offseason for the Raiders. And, as we saw yesterday in Denver and all throughout the season, this Raiders offense is playoff ready. I mean, it's a top 10 offense in so many different categories. It's ready to go. And if there was even a middle of the road defense to support it, we'd be talking about what's going to happen next week in the playoffs. That's just the bottom line. But we aren't, because the defense was really bad and it cost Paul Guenther his job. It'll likely mean moving forward, hiring a new defensive coordinator, making some changes in personnel, trying to get current players up to speed or make them better fits for whatever scheme we're going to see. But it was disappointing that defense wasn't able to hold up its end of the bargain so many times this year, whether you're talking about third and longs that became first downs for the other team, late game leads that the Raiders had that were squandered because the defense couldn't make a key stop, not being able to force turnovers, not being able to sack the quarterback. These are all things that good teams, good defenses do. And the Raiders defense just didn't do it. And as a result, a really good season by Derek Carr, and the offense was completely wasted. Now the challenge is making sure that doesn't happen again. And from what I'm told, that's a process that starts immediately. They're going to try to get this defense fixed, and they're already started on that pursuit.
Any names right now besides Wade Phillips that you've heard circulating in that mix, Vinny?
Yeah, Raheem Morris, the interim head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. Joe Barry, he's the linebacker coach for the Los Angeles Rams. Gus Bradley, we'll have to see how that situation gets sorted out. Obviously, he's with the Los Angeles Chargers right now, but they just fired their head coach, Anthony Lynn. So chances are he's going to be on the open market here pretty soon. I know the Raiders, there's a connection there with John Gruden and Gus Bradley. And so I would think that's a name that you're going to hear a lot about, along with Raheem, along with Joe Barry, and along with Wade Phillips. I don't think they're going to leave the Raiders, I'm talking about, any stone unturned in trying to find the right guy. And I think that it's something that they want to get done as quickly as possible, because there's a lot of players to scout, a draft to put together, a free agency plan to formulate, a way to get the current players, into a system that better suits their talents. I don't think we saw that enough this year. And so the quicker the Raiders could get started on that and get somebody in place and a staff in place, the better for them.
Before we get to Adam, let's hear from John Gruden on his take on the Raiders' 8-8 season.
I think we can improve in every area. I know that sounds corny, but we have to improve in every area. Obviously, our short yardage offense, 3rd and 1, very disappointing. We're number 1 in the league on 3rd and 10. I think we're number 32 on 3rd and 1. Unbelievable. Defensively, we have to improve on all 3 levels. There's no question about that. We need some impact plays from our defense: sack, strip, fumbles, turnovers. We got to do a lot better job on the defensive side of the ball. And Carlson had a great year. Cole had a great year. But we need to score on special teams and generate better field position. But I think we can improve in a lot of areas. But we did do some good things this year.
And now, Adam, I want to go to you on your thoughts on what we heard today as some of the Raiders spoke in their closing press conferences. We heard from Hunter Renfrow, Nicholas Moreau, Corey Littleton, and others about this first season here in Las Vegas and what they're looking ahead to in 2021. Adam, what were some of your thoughts on those press conferences that we heard today?
The focus is just, improving and finding that, finding whatever it is that they can build off of. I think especially from the defensive guys, just finding that, what is your identity? That's what Trayvon Mullen said. They need to find a coach that is going to instill, not only the basics, the fundamentals, and get them in the right positions, but also just like what is this team? What is their identity on defense? And that's what Trayvon Mullen talked about. But part of it is, hey, you've got some guys in place that are going to be here for a few years. You drafted a bunch of young players in guys like Damon Arnett, Jonathan Abram, and they might have some deficiencies, but those are your guys, and you're going to be having them around for a while. So you have to figure out how to get them better. It's not just going to be overhauling the entire defense. You've got to get those guys better. And Corey Littleton said, hey, part of that is just on us. He said he was disappointed in his season. He called it a miserable first season in Las Vegas because of how he played. Said he talked about missing so many tackles this year, which is something he hasn't really done in the past. So it's not just about the identity and about finding a new coach and all of those things. Every individual player needs to kind of look in the mirror and assess where they are and where they can get better. And Corey Littleton, I think, took a lot of accountability for that and said, hey, it starts with me. I need to be a better player. That would help the entire defense. And so that's, I think, what you look at going into this offseason for some of these guys.
Great stuff, Adam and Vinny. Appreciate both of you guys coming on to give us your thoughts on everything that we saw here in the Raiders' first season in Las Vegas as they finish out everything. 8-8, the final record for this team. And we'll have you covered throughout the entire offseason with every move that the Raiders make, everything that we hear in the news. We will have it for you here on VegasNation.com. So don't forget to check back regularly as we will keep you updated with all things happening with your Raiders, and download the Vegas Nation app and also hit subscribe on those podcasts. We'll keep you going throughout the offseason here with all things Raiders. Thanks everybody so much for watching.